All right, welcome back to the channel. We are looking at under 500. These are two players who are both under 500, and we are going to look and see if there's some suggestions that we could possibly make to get them above 500. And we've watched two different games of this player. The first two games, he was playing as white. In this game, he's playing as black. We noticed some consistency issues in the first game. He was doing very well. He had a very good advantage. He took advantage of more of the opponent's mistakes than the opponent was able to take advantage of his own mistakes. And that's how you win under 500, is just take advantage of more of your opponent's mistakes than they can of yours. One of the main things that are being taken advantage of at this level are undefended pieces. I noticed just from looking at two games that the greatest improvement that you can make if you're under 500 is check to see if there are any undefended pieces before I move. If you do that, I can almost guarantee you're going to be rated 1,000. Like if you just don't blunder bishops and knights and queens, you're going to be rated 1,000. And if you're checking to make sure every single time that those pieces are defended, you're not going to blunder as much. You might miss a 2-move or 3-move idea that would cause you to still blunder and you not realize it. But you're playing against players who are going to do that on accident. They're not going to intentionally make a 3-move idea that's going to steal one of your pieces. They're not going to do it on purpose. They might do it on accident, but they're not going to do it on purpose. So really, if you can just look one level deep and say, is everything defended? Oh, this over here is not defended. Should I worry about it? Sometimes you don't have to worry about it. Sometimes it's just a pawn that, okay, it's not defended, but it's not attacked either. So, defended pieces. The other thing is moving the queen early, right? That was happening. And we're also seeing the fact that when this guy's higher rated piece is attacked, his first instinct seems to always be just move it. Moving it is not always the best idea. Sometimes it's better to block with the pawn, and then whatever is attacking you has to then move. You cause them to move. And so we're seeing those. That's two things if I was to talk to this person, I would say, look, check for undefended pieces and quit moving every time you're attacked. Try to see if there's a better move. Okay, so let's start the review. We're going to do 2 games today because I ran through this one quick. I just hold down the right button and I moved through all the moves just to make sure there's enough moves. Like it wasn't a 4-move checkmate. And if it's a very quick game, then I wanted to do 2 games. And when I ran all the way through, I realized it was a quick game. So we are going to do 2 games today. I know who wins the first one. I usually try not to reveal that to myself because I want to think through it as if I don't know. But I don't know who wins the second one. All right. So first move, e4. I think, as I mentioned, I think that's a good way to start with white at this level. Sicilian defense. A good opening. But I don't think it's a good opening at this level. At this level, e5. Actually, at this level is a really good idea is to do the King's Indian. So this right here is super solid under 500. Like everything is solid. Like white's idea is going to be to try to get rid of this bishop. That's going to be their main thing. So like if you just do something like this, he comes here and he's getting ready with the queen to come over here and get rid of this bishop. But I will typically go here so that way that if the bishop comes here, then I can actually take it with my knight. But yeah, so super solid opening. This Sicilian defense, great opening. I don't think it's a good opening for under 500. You probably watched a video on it and was like, this is awesome. You watch Gotham Chess and he was like, play the Sicilian. I don't think you should play the Sicilian under 500 because you probably don't fully understand all of the ideas that are involved. Get a pawn in the center. Queen is going for the 4-move checkmate. Probably should have brought up the bishop first. If you're going to try to do 4-move checkmate, don't give it away so early by pulling out the queen. And here he defends the pawn. So maybe that's why the queen came out first, because he was thinking, I will attack this pawn, and I will also attack the weak f7 pawn. And he defends... I just revealed the game. He defends with a pawn here. Another reason why at this level I don't think you should play the Sicilian, because the whole idea of bringing out this c pawn is so that you can get 2 pawns in the center very easily. When they play here, you take back, and then you get a pawn in the center. And then, yeah, it's just, to me, I don't like having to defend this with a pawn. If I was going to defend it with a pawn, I'd almost want to defend it with this pawn so that I can bring this bishop out and attack his central pawn. I think I'm about to sneeze. Forgot to take my allergy medicine today. Okay, so he tries to defend it. At least he defended it, because we noticed in the last game, not defending things was the problem. And he didn't just try to move it. Maybe he thought about moving it and realized, well, it would get taken if I do that. So he does defend it, but it doesn't always seem like that's the first idea. And then white gives up their bishop, because they're probably used to having the bishop there first. White is probably used to seeing this, 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 and then this, and thinking, I'm going to checkmate you. And the bishop wasn't there because the Sicilian, he was just probably not thinking and thought, well, I'll go queen first. That way I'm attacking this. And then when he tries to defend it, then I'll bring the bishop out. And then there's not much you can do against this. My queen can't get over here and defend it because I decided to play the Sicilian instead of playing e5. So I'm going to have to come here. I'm going to have to come here. Maybe here's best. Yeah, but that's just, to me, you're not in a good position as black because you tried to play Sicilian and you only won because they accidentally gave you the queen and they resigned. So, good game, I guess. But in this particular case, you sort of got to admit to yourself that you got lucky that the opponent forgot that their bishop wasn't there. And so let's go on to the next game. Playing as black again. I'm assuming he's going to play Sicilian again. And it's not a bad idea to play the same opening every single time. But I would definitely be playing e5 here. Same thing. Or seeing this again. And he defends it the same way. This time the opponent doesn't blunder their queen on f7. And he's trying to... I know he's trying to bring this out. Probably so that his bishop is defended. At some point in time, he probably lost that bishop. And so he's remembering that. The problem is you're giving them time to attack your queen now. So I think white probably should have threatened checkmate. You already brought your queen out, might as well. Because now this doesn't work because that's checkmate. And if you bring this bishop out instead of that pawn, he's got to do something to block that bishop. And this would work. Or you can block the queen. This would work. One of those things has to happen, but then this happens, and then this happens, and then this happens, and then this happens. And now you let white essentially decide for you what opening you're going to play. So, okay, got the knight out. Pins the knight, not bad. Attacks the queen. I like this idea. This is not a great move, but it's not a bad move at this level. You're attacking the queen. It's defended. Queen has to go somewhere. But it's not it's kind of easy to deal with, right? So it's not super great. I don't know if I would go there. You have multiple options here with the queen. It seems like all of them are just like good moves. I don't see which one's the best move. Maybe this is the best move. Takes, and then we go here. Yeah. And so again, we had multiple moves here we can make. This one, this one, this one, or this one. And why did I choose this one? I'm thinking this might eventually be a target because we got double pawns. I'm also thinking line up with the king. I'm also thinking, you know, I can push this pawn here and get rid of this. Like, there's lots of reasons why I went there, but he decides to just push forward. And this is okay, but the reason why it's not that great is because, for one, I can remove this pin, get ready to castle. And if you just play something like this, I've now defended my bishop with another piece, and I can attack the queen again. And so now the queen's got to move again, and this time this is not available. We got to come back, or we got to come forward. Probably want to come back, because if we come forward, we're going to get hit by one of these pawns right here, so we probably want to come back here. And now your queen is just like moving around a lot, and you're allowing me to develop faster. I got all my pieces out now, and I can castle either way, right? So that's why I'm not liking for white to just move their queen forward. Not a bad move, not a huge mistake, but not a bad move. This was a blunder. Again, chess.com doesn't say it's a blunder, but at your level, this is a blunder. This is a blunder at any level. Like, just giving them a pawn, they can just take it. Why are we doing this? Yeah, we have an advantage here, and we shouldn't be just giving them a pawn. All right, so now we've got to be careful here, because while you feel super defended here, you can't forget and like move this knight somewhere, and that's going to be dangerous. Now we can come here, and that would add another defender there. What are we going to see? Good job. That's what I would have done. Not the best move according to Stockfish, but I think that's a totally fine move. Queen has to move. Yeah, I don't like that move, because, yeah, no, I don't like that move. Stockfish doesn't like it either. I can't explain exactly why I don't like it. I just know that right now this bishop getting out is more important. It's more important. Getting castled is more important. I've already moved this rook, so I can't castle this way. But, I mean, I couldn't anyways because I moved that pawn. So I've already messed up castling on this side. I need a castle on this side. I'm thinking queen here or bishop here. Probably queen. Breaks the pin. And then if white just moves somewhere, now we do it. And if he takes, I take, right? And now I can castle on this side, and it'll be a lot better. Doing it now allows him to take. He didn't take. Okay, so now all of a sudden this is looking like a genius move. A6 looks genius because you've trapped the bishop. And you took advantage of that. Very good. Very good. Notice black has only one undefended piece right now. That's defended. Defended. This is defended. That's defended. Defended. Oops. Defended. Everything is defended in black's position. White has an undefended pawn. White has a piece that is attacked by a lower piece that it can't move, so it's undefended. That's an undefended pawn. This is attacked, but it's defended twice, so it's okay. Yeah, so the black is winning in this game, and they're winning because they're not leaving undefended pieces out. Now, they did have an undefended pawn earlier, so that was a thing. All right, so white's best move is to take this pawn back. Yeah, you already lost it. Might as well get a pawn for it. 2 pawns, actually. Yeah, you already lost it. Right? Yeah. Yeah, once you lose it, try to counterattack here. But that doesn't really work because we just... Oh, okay. Ooh, black. What are you doing, black? You got a 4.8 advantage here on the Richter scale. And when you made this move, that's a blunder. You've basically lost a rook. You think you're losing it, but you think you're just trading here, actually. You think you're just trading. But here's what's happening. Takes. I don't understand. Come back here. Take. Now you've got 1, 2 pieces, 3 pieces for 1, 2, 3 pieces, and 2 rooks for 2 rooks, queen for a queen. You're pretty much even. And they actually have 1 extra pawn than you because you just gave 1 away earlier. So they're actually up in material. You're up in development. But you realize right here you have a free bishop. When they attack your bishop and you don't move your bishop, you're essentially saying I'm trading bishops now. If you move it anywhere else, it's probably not the best move. If you moved it anywhere else, you would save it. Now, you could, if you're going to trade it like this. I know it says it's not good, but if they trade, now I can trade, and they have to move. Now I'm taking another pawn, and now I'm up a pawn. Still not good, but if you're going to trade, don't let them take first. All right. So it says it's a miss, and the reason why it's a miss is because loses a queen. It said this loses a queen. So now I'm... Oh, I see. we're threatening a fork here. This is more advanced. Yeah, we don't necessarily want to go into crazy lines like that. Like, the idea here is that if you just take, well, then I'm going to get your queen. And I'm really winning at that point, right? So we could... Where do we go with this bishop? I don't know why it's saying it's a miss. I know the only way I could see it being... Maybe you're supposed to go this way. Yeah. Supposed to go this way. And you're threatening a fork here, so if they just take, you get the queen. They gotta deal with that. They can't go here. They can't go here. They can't go here. Oh, the queen has to deal with it. And how does she deal with it? I don't even know. It can't go here. Can't go there. Right here. But then I just play that move. Then I play this move. Yeah, I don't know. Saving the bishop is better, or taking this bishop, or... Because that's going to lose a knight, right? So I think we save this bishop. Yeah, best move. And then their best move is probably to save their rook. And then I get this bishop. He takes. I take. Oh, hold on. Scissors a better move. Oh, yeah, that's giving away a bit. I didn't even see that. Bishop would be hanging, so that was wrong. This king is getting very trapped. I feel like there's a way to take advantage of that. But we're going too far down this line. So, yeah. In this position, I don't expect you to find that. It took me a second to find it. So I'm not expecting that from you. But I'm expecting you to save your bishop. Okay? And then he takes, you take, he takes, and then you attack him. Like, that's it. You would win this game if you do that. But you're going from a free bishop to trading a bit. And again, here, I guess the idea is he wanted to not lose this pawn. Perhaps that was the idea. But you got to understand, this also doesn't lose a pawn, because if he takes the pawn, I take the queen. So that's the kind of thinking that gets you above 500 is, oh yeah, he told me I need to watch out for undefended pieces. If I take with the knight, this is undefended. Oh no, my pawn. He can't take this pawn. So there's a way to defend pieces without actually having a piece defending it. You're defending this pawn because your queen is attacking it. And so the queen has to move. And let's say the queen just moves here. You still don't need to defend this pawn, because now I'm attacking the queen again. The queen moves here. I could even defend the pawn now this way, because you can't take it through my bishop, right? Like, and that's not the best move. I'm just trying to demonstrate to you that there's ways to defend something. And let me just go back and show you why that wasn't good. So here, this was good because it defends the pawn because the queen has to move. The queen moves here. I attack it, right? Queen moves here. This wouldn't be good, right? I just want to be clear in case somebody's watching this video later. It wouldn't be good because then when you do this, I have to move, and there's nowhere I can move to that saves my bishop, right? So we're not in a great position here. I am attacking this, but he's coming here, and if I don't move, if I don't do something, oh, actually that's a blunder because it's just checkmate. Yeah, so you're doing really good in this position as black. So it actually wouldn't be that bad if you tried to kick your bishop. You still are defending the pawn, but I mean you could always just come back here and defend your knight. That's also a blunder, it says. Why is that? It's a brilliant move. Why is that a brilliant move? Hold on. Pinned. Can't just take. I don't know what he does. He's not getting out of this jam. Yeah. That was a crazy move. All right. I'm going way out of line here. This is not a 500. This is the point I was trying to illustrate here before I started rambling on down the chain was taking with this rook was not as good because I mean your rook is a valuable piece. You don't want to have it out there in the open. And yeah, it's defended. You're like, oh cool, it's defended. It's defended by this knight, which is also defending this pawn. So now if I could find a way to get this knight to move, I could get this pawn. So for example, we go here, and now I attack the rook. And now your pawn is undefended. You have to come back and defend it with a pawn, which is not going to be good because you're going to lose a knight. And yeah, so I don't like bringing that rook out to get this. I know the idea was let me leave a defender for this pawn. Probably the idea, I would say. But the pawn is defended now because you're attacking the queen. He doesn't have time to take your pawn, right? All right, so let's go back to the actual game. What was played? Pushes a pawn. You took a pawn. It's moving super slow right now. I think I have too much going on my computer. Close some things. All right, that was a miss. Yeah, that was a miss. Why is it a miss? I mean, first of all, we can just take back. So, not a big deal. Is that what he did? No, he didn't do that. He just, okay. All right, we're going to talk about what he did. But first, I want to talk about why what white did was wrong. The reason why is because we just take it. But what should white have played instead? I think we're still trying to take this pawn. Maybe you take it with, yeah. That's what white should have played. And the reason why is because now when I take back, I'm pinning the knight. Pinning the knight. And I've saved my bishop. This bishop that should have gotten taken long ago has been saved. Yeah, I sacrificed a knight, but I got 2 pawns for it. And that's not a bad move. As opposed to just losing a bishop, right? Because that's -3. taking 2 pawns with a knight is -1. So, and then pinning a knight that you could eventually attack with something else and maybe winning that knight. Now all of a sudden, you've got the advantage. So white missed a big one here. But black does not take advantage of it. Here's the thing. When we said this before, it's a game at this level, under 500, it's a game of who is going to take advantage of more mistakes. He's thinking, I know white was probably thinking, if I can get this knight to move, then I can win a pawn, and maybe I can get my rook down here and put some pressure. That's probably what was happening. But by pushing this pawn, I should stop right now as black, and I should ask the question, what's undefended? This is undefended. This is technically undefended because it's attacked. This is undefended. This is undefended. This is threatening a pin. Okay. I need, all right, I have this attacked. I need to move it. I could probably move it here, and that would be good. This would probably be a good move, because then I attack that piece. This is the best move, because I can just take it. But if I'm thinking I need to move, this would be a better move. But this is definitely the best move, because wait a minute. Wait a minute. If I just take this, this is no longer attacked. And when I put it there, this pawn will be defending me. Wow, maybe that's what I should do. Instead, white or black plays the move knight to g4. Brilliant move attacking the queen, but he forgot that pawn's captured this way. So does white just take it back? Yes, of course he does. I don't know. I don't know what I can't explain. I mean, I know you're probably thinking I'm attacking the queen here, and I'm also attacking this pawn like it's a fork. Look at this fork. Yeah, but you just lose it. I can't explain that. That was probably just a brain fart. I mean, just take the pawn. Even if you took it with the pawn, not terrible, because now I can bring this knight in right here, and it's completely defended by 2 pawns. All right, so we lose a rook. We were winning. At this point right here, we're winning. We are now losing. Okay. That's crazy to me. There's a critical move here, and taking the bishop was not it. No, I don't expect you at this level to see it, because I don't even see it right now. It's probably still this move or this move again. Yeah. Yeah. And I don't expect you to see this. And the point is this, look. This bishop's not going anywhere. I don't need to take it right now. Until he plays this move, I don't need to take it. And even here, I take it, right? They take back. That's a blunder because I get the queen. So the idea here is, yeah, it looked like, yeah, there's a free piece. Just take it at your level. That's fine. I would not expect you to think further ahead and say, wait a second. If I go here, I'm threatening to fork the king and the queen, and I'm putting lines everywhere. Threatening to fork the king and the queen. So I don't care about this bishop because the queen is worth more than the bishop. When you can start thinking like that, you'll be a 1500. That's not, and I think you can totally do it, right? It just, you gotta spend more time. Let's see how much time was spent on this move. 6:53. He spent 20 seconds on that move. I don't know how you do that after 20 seconds. only 2 seconds on that move. Yeah, so 2 seconds, that's the right move. But if you spend about 15 seconds and said, all right, this is a good move, is there a better one? I could take a pawn. That's not better than a bishop. I could go here, but what does that do? It doesn't really... oh, wait. Here is attacking this pawn. That's undefended. Remember the question that you should ask yourself. What's undefended? And one of those things would have been this pawn. And I just realized I can get there in 2 moves. So, yeah, I'm okay with this. Not the best move. It's also losing the advantage. Still, I'm okay with it. And one of the reasons why it's not a good move is because now it's becoming clear to me. I didn't even notice it before, but I can actually fork this and this with my queen. And if I move this at all, well, I'm going to right? Like if I just try to come, yeah, you see, you got this queen that's just, wow. So rather than take this pawn, it would have been better, or I'm saying take the bishop, it would have been better to take this pawn, because now this is defended. If we try to get this fork right now, it's not going to work, because now I'm actually forking you. And you've got to come back here and defend that. So taking the bishop was not good. White missed the opportunity, though. You don't always have to capture back. This is a great example of don't just capture back. He took, I got to take him back. No, you don't. This is one pawn. Look at this undefended rook over here. Is there a way for me to attack it? Yes, there is. I could go right here. Oh, if I go right here, I'm attacking here and here, right? And now this guy right here is not going to be able to move. And the queen is going to have to stay defending it until we release that pin. So we're going to have to do like something crazy like here and then here. And now I can move this guy. So, yeah, this is not good. So white missed it. And then black kind of makes a mistake here as well. I'm still seeing this move as the best move. But again, I don't expect you to see that. But even then, I do expect you to see this. Because now, if he tries to fork you, like let's say he goes here, well, this is defended by my queen. And I can actually just take this pawn now with an attack on the queen. So, taking with the queen, okay. But I get this. Oops. Taking with the queen. Oh, that is what he did. Yeah. So not the best move, but it's still a move. Not terrible, because I mean you're trying to threaten something here, but I mean if you really think about it, it's defended twice, 3 times actually. So I mean we could even just push by. Let me think. What would I do here? I can't just take this because it's defended twice, but I would like to. I am down material, so I don't want to just trade. Yeah, I'm still thinking this move. I'm still seeing this move, but I'm not expecting you to see that move. Even this move is good. So this will probably be the move that I would expect the 500 to play. Let's see. Castles. Not bad. I'm okay with that move. And the reason why I'm okay with it, because now you don't actually need to take that pawn back. You can just slide your rook behind it. He did take it back, which is okay. I'm okay with it. That's a blunder. Anybody see why it's a blunder? I bet you $1,000 that white's not going to see it, or that black's not going to see it. Yeah, that's a miss. Attacking the queen. It's not bad. It's not bad. Yeah, that's not. It's not terrible. It's not terrible. But this has been a good move for a while now. But now it's not the best move. The move that they played was not terrible. It's not terrible. But I think this move is probably better. Okay, well maybe I don't see the best move. I really would like to get rid of this guy. Maybe this. No, this was no. No. Yeah, this is going to be something advanced. It's probably going to be a queen sacrifice. Oh, it's going to be a rogue sacrifice. Because if he takes, I take. His only move is here. And that's checkmate. Actually, no, it's not checkmate. Oh, okay. Hold on. That move is checkmate. There we go. Yeah, that's too advanced. That took me a minute to see it. You had to think through this idea that checkmate is better than the rook. So if we go here, it's kind of easy to see once you see it. So if they go there, queen has to move, has nowhere to move to. Queen is trapped. Has to go there. But then if the queen goes there. Oh, he pinned me. Okay. But I don't care. Do I just play this move? Or do I play this move? Missed. Oh, here we go. And then once he takes, now I take back. And I'm winning. Okay, yeah, that's very advanced. So I like the move that you played. That's okay with me. You're attacking the queen. And you're defending everything. Alright. There's only this thing is undefended right here. So that's probably where white's going. No, white blunders. White blunders for something that we saw a moment ago. But I don't think that black is going to take advantage of it. The right move, I think, is here with checks. And now we don't even lose our bishop. He's got to block or come here. If he comes here, we can check him again. If he comes here, now we're threatening checkmate. So he's got to move somewhere. But then I just go here. We're still threatening checkmate. Here, checkmate. That's the reason why it was a blunder. There may have even been a faster way. That was just me seeing. I only saw this move because I was thinking through that other move earlier where we saw this same kind of thing where we draw the defender. He has no choice, right? I mean, what? He comes up here? Fine. If he comes up here, so here's a move. Here's a move. Oh, I forgot I was pinned. Yeah, so I'm pinned. I guess I gotta take now. I'm saying miss. How am I missing? What am I missing? Yeah, there we go. Now he can't. He can't go here. That's just checkmate, isn't it? Here and then here would win the game. Gotta take back now. So yeah, all right. Man, I'm spending too long on these things because these are more advanced. This is not what this is supposed to be about. I realize. Okay, so I don't like this move. Like, it's a miss. But what you cannot do is blunder this. Like, so I understand you not seeing this. I get it. I get you not seeing that. Okay, but you gotta see that there's two attackers, one defender, and you can't even move this queen. So if you don't see this, then you must see this. You must see that. Because now he takes back. If you go here, he takes back with either one of the. He could take back with the knight as well. Takes back with the knight, and now he's attacking this and this. You've got to find a way to save them both. Like, you're in trouble right now, but at least you're not just losing a rook. When you came here, he took your rook, and really, you probably should have just taken back. Yeah, the better option would have been a check here, because then you're defending this pawn, because you definitely don't want this, right? Man, yeah, you lost a rook there. That's going to be hard to come back from. Okay, now we're just kind of playing kamikaze chess. I've been there, but I mean, if you're going to play kamikaze, like, take it with check, right? Oh, are you going to win the queen here? Oh, no. No, you're not. So, first of all, take it with the discovered check if you're going to take it. But better than that, take it here. So here wins the queen. But I think there's a better way here. This double check or this double check might be powerful. Yeah, that's the better one. And so he can't take it because he's in check, not just by the rook, but also by the queen. Whenever you're in a double check, this is very important to know. Whenever you're in a double check, the king has to move. He cannot. You can't just take this because you're still in check by the queen. You can't. There's nothing that can take the queen right now. You can't block both of them. If you move your queen here to block this queen, well, this is there. So there's no way to block them both. This knight could move here and block the queen, but can't block this guy. So you can't block both and you can't take both. You only get one move. That move has to be to move. Okay? So the king's only place to move, can't move there, is here. And now I've got some other options here. I could take this knight, and when I take this knight, it's coming with a fork. The king could try to come take my rook, and that's the best move. But then I just force him back, and now he can't go to any of these squares, or that one, or that one. He's got to come back here. Yeah, and then I just probably try to go for a draw. And that's the thing. It's okay to go for a draw. Like, eventually, he's going to say, all right, take my rook. Okay. Gone too far again. I get stuck on this. Okay, so yeah, this was the big blunder. Should have taken with the rook. And again, this was the more advanced move with the double check. I don't expect you to see that at your level. I don't expect that at all. But I mean, you should be able to see this discovered check, which allows you to take the queen. And now you're attacking here. You've got chances to win this game against somebody else who's rated under 500 with just a queen. You're still losing massively, but don't lose even more by not taking advantage of a discovered check. So now he has to move. Where's he going to move to? I don't know. Maybe I'll go here. He goes here. Maybe I can check him again. He tries to go there. Maybe I check him again. He tries to go here. This is how you play. And look, I got a checkmate. Like, this is how you take advantage of a losing position when you're playing against a low-rated player. But now you've allowed this. And he's coming down here with the rook. Oh, okay. I can't go any further. No, you can't let him take that. Look, you pushed this pawn when you had a free bishop. If he tried to block, yeah, I can't. You gave him your queen. And he was trying to get your rook right there too. At least you didn't do that, but too bad. Ladder checkmate, gotcha. Yeah, in this game, I think we saw there were some advanced moves that I think if you found those moves, you'd be rated 15, 16, 1700. I don't expect you to find those moves, but there were some simpler moves. Like, best example here at the end. Don't just take a knight when you can take it with a discovered check, because now you get a free move. You never know. They may blunder something. You could even try to set up another one right here. So then if he just like does something like this, all of a sudden you're back in the game. So yeah, oh man, right there, take him with the queen. And you're probably thinking, oh, I'll get this rook, but you know the rook can move, right? So yeah, that's a bummer. I hate that you lost this game. We're going to look at the next game, see if you've improved. I have a feeling that you're going to do good in the next game because it's probably back and forth. It's probably like, I did good, I did bad, I did good, I did bad, I did good. We'll see. Join us on the next Under 500 Chess game instructional review. And I hope you're enjoying this. If you are, press like, press subscribe. If you're thinking, oh man, I don't need to know anything about being under 500, I want to see some under 1,000 games, let me know in the comments, and I'll see if I can review some under 1,000 games, because we're going to see some similar mistakes from 500 to 1,000. There's just going to be less of them, and you're going to see people start to take advantage of more of their opponent's mistakes. That's all you're going to see between 500 and 1,000. So under 500, so instructional for us to look at those kinds of games, because we're seeing the same mistakes that all chess players make. We're just seeing a lot of them. And the best way to get better at chess is to make less mistakes, and you can't make less mistakes if you don't know what a mistake is, if you're not even seeing them. So take the time to look at these mistakes, and we'll see you in the next episode.